While America debated pineapple on pizza, Canada just made a $214 billion power move. Without inviting the US, Canada signed the Comprehensive Pacific Alliance, or CPA, with major Asian economies like Japan, South Korea, and Singapore. This isn't about maple syrup, it's a deal that redraws the global trade map. Suddenly Canada's not just the polite neighbor, they're a major player. For decades, the US was the center of global business. Now Canada's built a new VIP lounge and America's not on the guest list. This isn't just about money, it's about who sets the rules for the next era of global commerce. The news sent shockwaves through Wall Street and Washington. How did America get left out? It's a story of missed opportunities and Canada refusing to be taken for granted. While the US looked inward, Canada looked across the Pacific and saw a future beyond its southern neighbor. Canada's bold move signals the end of a single economic superpower era. The US is now forced to question its place in the world. For everyone else, it's a fascinating and nerve-wracking shift. The global stage just got a lot more interesting thanks to Canada. Who knew they had it in them? Stay tuned. To get why this is huge, remember, Canada and the US were the ultimate North American power couple. For decades, 75% of Canada's trade flowed south. American cars, Canadian parts, American homes, Canadian lumber. NAFTA and USMCA made it easy. One giant market joined at the hip. But that closeness was risky. If America sneezed, Canada caught a cold. Tariffs or political drama in Washington, Canadian workers felt it instantly. Canada's leaders saw the danger of relying on one partner, so they quietly started looking for new friends, building ties across the Pacific. This wasn't a snap decision, it was a long-term strategy. The CPA is the result, Canada's Plan B now official. They're still friends with the US, but it's no longer exclusive. Canada's playing the field and that changes everything. The dependency era is over. Canada's future is now global. And America? They're not the only game in town anymore. So what's the CPA? Think of it as the Asia-Pacific's ultimate free trade club. Members Japan, South Korea, Australia, Vietnam, Singapore, Malaysia, and now Canada. Together they represent 600 million people and an economy rivaling the EU. The deal slashes tariffs on thousands of products, Canadian beef, seafood, tech, and more. Canadian farmers can now sell to Japan without extra taxes. Canadians get cheaper electronics from Asia. But it's not just about goods. The CPA sets high standards for labor, environment, and digital trade. It's a level playing field, not a race to the bottom. Canada helped write the rules, shaping the future of global commerce. $214 billion in new trade over the next decade, huge for Canada's economy. It means jobs, growth, and a pivot away from relying on just one customer. Canada's economic moonshot is here. The world is watching. And the US? Still outside, looking in. The US reaction? Shock, denial, and a bit of outrage. Washington never imagined Canada would make a move like this, without them. Lawmakers and business leaders felt blindsided. Suddenly, American exporters face higher tariffs in key Asian markets, while Canadians get a free pass. The playing field isn't level anymore. Social media exploded #Canada trade deal trended, and Americans wondered, how could they do this to us? The blame game started. Was it domestic distraction or years of America First policies? The US scrambled to respond, but the CPA's rules are already set. Joining now means accepting terms written by others, an unfamiliar position for Washington. The deal exposed a vulnerability in US foreign policy. In today's global economy, you can't assume you'll always be invited. Canada's move is a wake-up call. The US must adapt, or risk being left behind. The world just changed, and America's not in control. What does this mean for the future? For Canada, it's a defining moment, stepping out of America's shadow. It's not just about money, it's about identity and leadership. Canada's reputation is rising, from Ottawa to small-town businesses. For the US, it's a wake-up call. The world is shifting and power is spreading. America's still a superpower, but now it has real competition. The CPA is a new template for trade. High standards, real cooperation. Other countries are watching and may follow Canada's lead. The world is becoming multipolar with more hubs of influence. That means more competition and more opportunity for smaller nations. The old global order isn't set in stone. Canada's $214 billion move is a sign. Power can shift fast. Even the quietest countries can change the game, and that's a show worth watching.